So you want to make sure you double your profits whenever you trade in Pump Fun, whether you want to make $100 every day, 200, 300, 400, 500, even up to 600, 1,000. Well, there's going to be a very good method I'm going to teach you guys that you're going to need to do in order to make that happen via Pump Fun. Now, I know a lot of people feel scared or feel intimidated by Pump Fun, but with the tools I'm going to share with you guys, this should help you guys better understand and give you a better way to navigate Pump Fun and avoiding all the bad stuff that happens in there and still coming out positive in the end. So, if you want to supercharge your crypto needs, hit that like button and let's dive right into it. So, I'm pretty sure the majority of you guys are experienced in Pump Fun or relatively new in Pump Fun. So, I want to know in the comment section below if you can let me know, how often do you trade in Pump Fun? Is it every day, every once in a while? So I can kind of get an idea of how more in depth these videos need to be. Now, we're going to be talking about Pump Fun, and the great thing about Pump Fun is that it has a lot of really good things going for it, but it also has some really bad things going for it, right? So the number one thing is, you guys know, is the whole rugging thing, right? So that is one of the biggest issues. Theoretically, you can't rug in Pump Fun, but the way, kind of like a rug works is totally different. And I'm going to show you guys how to avoid this. So, what exactly is it that we're looking for? What is it that we're trying to avoid? So every single time you guys log into Pump Fun, you're going to want to make sure you're constantly F5ing, because this page does not reload for some reason. So you have to kind of reload by itself, and you will be getting new pairs. So one thing that I love to do is I want to make sure I turn off the animation, because usually when you get in here, you'll have this animation on and it starts doing that. So you want to make sure it's off, because it gets annoying pretty quickly. The next thing is, you want to make sure that you're getting into coins that are going to give you like a 5x, 6x, 7x. And in order for do that, you're going to need to get into coins early. So one of the biggest downfalls that happens in Pump Fun is that even when you get here, it is a very slow process. So for example, right now the meta is pretty much just celebrity coins. So let's say we know that that's the meta, and we click on this one. We know this one might do really well, but right now, this one in particular, guys, it is very hard to identify how well this token is doing and how far it's going. So right off the bat, off of this one, I already know that the dev souls has 6.7% of the token. I don't like to get into tokens that have this high amount of dev holding. Usually this means the dev put in more than 2 soul, and this could easily tank the chart. So this is definitely a warning I would suggest for you guys. If you guys are not trading with the tool I'm going to show you guys, to definitely consider that. You want to make sure the dev holds 4 or less. At least that's the way I view things. So once again, we're going to hit reload. And as you notice right here, it's too much of a pain. So let's say I wanted to get to this one, right? I would have to connect my wallet, put in this here, and it just becomes super duper slow. So how can I avoid that? Well, you're going to use a tool called Photon. And I've been preaching about this tool, and I see that other members of the YouTube community have actually picked up on some of my videos and are also recommending to use this tool. So I'm really happy that we're doing this work together as a community, because I believe Pump Fun is the future, and I'm glad other content creators are actually looking at my videos and following suit. So with that being said, let's talk about a few things that are going to make your life super duper easy when doing this. Okay, so number one is, you want to click where it says new pairs, and basically that's going to show you every single token that's being created. Now the advantage you have about this is that before the token shows up right here on this ticker, it will show here first. And that is a huge advantage. In addition to that, guys, you are going to be getting a really huge advantage here with the tools I'm going to share with you guys that will allow you to get in here really, really quick. Now, you're going to have to get in these really quick, because that is the whole part of the game, is to get in as quickly as you can. So what you want to do is, you want to go to filter. You want to make sure you have this check where it says with at least one social. That means at least it has a Twitter, a Telegram. I personally don't get into tokens that don't have a Telegram. So you want to make sure it at least has one social, because you want to see if the Telegram is active, if there's people in there, there's people on the VC. You also want to make sure you hear it out, see if it's a vibing community. If not, I really don't mess with tokens that don't have at least one social. So I select one social, leave everything blank, and we just hit apply. Now, in addition to that, you want to click here where it says Dexes. So all of these are going to be checked when you guys get into Photon. I'll leave a Photon link, which is the official link, in my in the description down below, so you guys can get in here. And you want to make sure that you select Pump Fun as the only thing that you want to make sure you show, because if you click all these, all of these are going to show, and you're going to get a bunch of tokens, and they're not going to be Pump.Fun related. It's like, for example, this one. So you just want to make sure you just have Pump.Fun selected here, and you guys are ready to go. So every single token that's being published is Pump.Fun. Now, another huge suggestion, guys, is this quick buy token. And this is going to be really important. I don't suggest if you're a new beginner to use this, but if you're an experienced person, then this is going to become huge, because what this is going to allow you to do is as soon as something gets posted in here, so we go to creation time, right? And as soon as something gets posted in 1 second, so if I wanted to get into this one, I could easily quick buy, and that won't even I won't even have to get into, into the charts and look at everything. It's just going to automatically instant buy for me, and it's going to buy whatever amount of soul I put in here. I would recommend you learn to use this once you become a little bit more experienced within the ecosystem of Pump.Fun. But for right now, I would probably turn it off if you're not experienced. And as you see here, the quick buy officially goes away. All right. So right now, 9 seconds ago, we got this MAGA one here. This one got created. So there's a couple things that you're going to want to make sure you pay close attention to whenever you're training into this. So number one, you're going to want to look at the transactions. So right off the transactions, we know there's a couple people that one person put 2 souls in and someone else put another one. As you guys see, this one was a complete rug, and the holder count. If you see my other videos, and I know a lot of other people are suggesting the same as well, is I always go off the holder count. The holder count is super important to me because that means there are a lot of people within the community believing in the coin, and the more people you have believing in the coin, the more likelihood you have of this doing well. Now, the great thing about here is that you're able to see all of this right off the bat. So basically, I'm able to see right here how many people are buying. So this one has 2, this one has 15. So this one looks like it has some legs. So let me go to this heist one, which is right here. And this heist one was created 42 seconds ago. It's already a 9K market cap, 8K market cap, and it has 18 holders. So that's pretty good. But I want to see if the dev is still in. So the dev is still in with 6%. Once again, red flag for me. So we're not going to get into this one, but we did know that it has a really good holder count. Now this one can still push back up. So let's say we were theoretically going to enter this one, right? Let's put this into a 1 second chart. This is another tip I want to give you. 1 second chart is key. So let's say I would have gotten into this one like right now, right? So let's go ahead and put a cross line here. Let's say I would have gotten in here. Right now, this is moving up, and it's going to continue moving up here because this one has a really good holder count. But as you see here, people are selling. So you want to constantly be seeing if the dev is selling. The dev is still holding 61%. Now, a key tip that I'm going to give you is getting out before the dev sells. And you're probably wondering, how do you do that? Well, you're going to need to know that by identifying targets of when the dev usually sells. So you want to make sure you constantly keep in mind when that's happening. And right now, I didn't get into this one because I don't like when the dev has that amount for this same reason. As you see right here, the dev literally just sold the chart and he no longer holds the token. So as of right there, that 6% was a big red flag. And that's how I like to do it. As you see, the chart is now completely dwindling down. If I would have bought here, I would be at a negative. But the reason why I didn't get into this is because I'm able to identify when things have a potential of going bad. So we're going to go back to new pairs once again, and we're going to check what's available in new pairs. So for example, we have the system one, which is doing pretty interesting. I just want to see for the sample. This one looks really good. This one has 57 holders. It's already at 57 market cap. So right here, guys, I would definitely not enter. This is probably going to hit radium, but I would not enter this at all. It's just I can't make multiples at this percentile because once it hits this bonding curve, or right when it's about to hit this bonding curve, people start cheating, and that becomes a big problem. The dev is actually pretty good here. He's holding 5%, not bad. It's a little bit higher than what I thought, but this one is actually pretty much flying. But I do expect it's not going to go past this bonding curve because people are going to start selling, which you hate to see it, even though it's trading sideways. It's doing pretty good, really good amount of holders. So that means it's going to be a relatively good coin. But once it gets off of Pump.Fun, that's when things get a little bit more trickier because you want to make sure that the actual dev that's holding the coin does really well. So this is a 97 bonding curve. We're going to see if this flies off or we see a massive dip off because this theoretically could be another really good coin that we could get into. We see a massive dump and see a nice retracement when that actually happens. But it seems like everybody's holding pretty steady here. And this is a time where I would probably check the, websites, see if they put any effort. I mean, they didn't really put too much effort into that. So it looks to me like it was done really, really fast. And I don't believe this token is going to leave Pump.Fun, but we'll come back and check in on it later as we continue to find one. So I like to do kind of like, trades with you guys as we go here so you guys can see what is going. So we got this one called Iggy. This one right here, the dev still holds 3%. So we might get into this one. Has this one. So let's get into this one with 0. Let's get into this with 0.1. So we're gonna quick buy here. The dev still holds 3%. There is a website. There is a okay. So they at least made that. What do we have here? We have a kind of like does that go to? So well, no Telegram here, which is weird. So we're gonna avoid that because, like I said, I want to make sure that there is a Telegram going because that kind of pushes the thing. So Iggy is really popular right now, but we're gonna continue going. So this Rubik's one looks good. This Wojak looks pretty interesting. This Ego might do pretty good. So it actually got dumped here. We're gonna go back to new pairs and we're gonna check this Iggy still at 3. This one, I mean, this one still looks promising here, but it just keeps going down. So we're gonna continue going to new pairs and see what else comes out here. Right now we have 34. So usually these get created really, really fast, or it slows down in a little bit. But Rubik's Cube seems to do good. Wojak, that seems pretty decent right now. But the one we're gonna be doing is let's try to get this feeble one here, 18. It's at 6K market cap, okay. And so far nothing good has come out. All right, so we got another Wojak coming out. So this might see this is another really good strategy that you guys want to see. That literally this one just got copied, as you see right here. This one just got copied here, and it's the copy of this one. So you always want to constantly see that you're getting into the original ones. Even though this one got rugged, it's getting a nice little traction, 9 holders. I'm not getting into that one yet, but we're going to continue hunting here, seeing what else we get here. So, all right, guys. So here we are looking at the live chart right now. Let's go ahead and make sure we put this into live chart. We're going to look at what we have here, and we're going to try to get in one of these coins really, really fast here. Trending. So this actually might do good. I know the Trump coin, the one that ran today, did really well. So, anything Trump right now is actually pretty good, pretty bullish. With the AK-47. So this one looks like the dev has 3%. It looks like they're micro buying. Milady, bro, let's see what we got. Let's give it a try here. Let's go in here with 0.2. We're buying it at 6K market cap. They have the micro bot going here. We have 13 holders. And it looks like we're going to look for to exit around, I'm going to say 9K market cap. That's going to be our exits, and we're going to pull a little bit of initials here. Let's see if we don't get any sell-offs. We did go a little bit strong on here with a 0.2. So right now we're going up at 7K market cap. We're looking for a 9K market cap. Here we go. 18K. And we just, look how easily turned this is, guys. 19K. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell 0.023. I'm going to leave a little bit of dust in there and see what it does. All right. So here we go. Quick sell. As you said, 9K market cap, just like I called it. We're going to sell some, and now we have some skin in the game. So this is basically how you want to trade, guys. So as you see right here, we bought really low, okay? We sold pretty high. We got pretty good returns. We started with 0.02. We got 0.022, and we left a little bit of dust here. So I could theoretically sell this and make some profit back because it's getting rugged. So we're going to sell this 100%, but I didn't lose anything. As you guys saw that. That is basically what you want to do. And the way I was able to identify this and when to sell was because I set a mark for me. And I'll explain how these marks work. So whenever you guys get in and you guys go ahead and you buy in. So I bought in here like a 5K market cap. Whenever you buy at 5K market cap, you know that the higher it's going to go, it's to 10K market cap, right? So you want to sell before the 10K market cap. If the coin does really, really well, it'll push the 10K. So right here, I got it in 5K. We did pretty good. Look at this, guys. This is a 25% return in less than 1 minute. This is really, really good. And this is how you want to be trading. You want to be able to buy in early, identify kind of like what's in the meta, exit, and leave a little bit of dust, because if it takes off, you'll make really good multiples because you're buying so low. But the great thing about here is that we bought here and we learned how to sell. The reason we were able to learn how to sell is because we saw that they're micro buying, right? We see these little micro buys. That means the dev or the person pushing this token is doing some decent work to push the chart, which is fine, but you want to make sure you exit before they exit. And, usually they tend to exit like at 10K, 20K, 30K. So you want to make sure you're constantly pulling your initials at that point. And I will have a more in-depth guide on how to pull your initials and when to pull your initials. And no, guys, I do not charge for anything. Like other people charge for programs, or they charge for big projects that they want to sell their packages to, or their seminars. We don't do that here. So everything is going to be free. So if you like that and you want to see more free content, want to learn how to trade in Pump Fun, want to make generational wealth by trading on Pump Fun, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn those notifications, supercharge your crypto needs, and I will catch you guys on the next video.